Curlia! 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 Get up! What was that for? Or I was dreaming! It's time for you to go to school. Well, now get up. What? School? I thought it was spring break. Spring break was over a week ago. Now come on, you're gonna be late. Okay. The nerve of children these days. Alright, class. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a wonderful spring break. I'm sure I did. Now, before we start today's lesson, I'd like to take roll. Pikachu.
Here.
Great, you're here. Snivy.
Here.
Still looking green as ever. Okay. Leafeon.
Here. Sorry, Mr. Mewtwo. I didn't get enough sleep last night.
You seem a little tired. Did you get enough sleep last night? Never mind, you're here anyway. Curlia.
Present, Mr. Mewtwo.
Well, someone's happy today. Oh, great. Diancie.
Here and accounted for, Mr. Mewtwo.
Always an overachieving crystal myth. I can relate. Eevee.
Here, Mr. Mewtwo.
Excited as always for a new school day. I like your attitude. Now, Sylveon.
Almost there.
Sylveon, what did I tell you about games in class?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Mewtwo. Here, I'll put it away. Sorry, Mr. Mewtwo.
You better not bring that out again. And finally, Glaceon.
Here, Mr. Mewtwo.
Okay, good. So everyone's here. Now, today we're gonna learn about force. Does anyone know what force means?
I know, Mr. Mewtwo. A force is a push or a pull within an object.
Very good, Curlia. A force is a push or a pull on an object. You see, I drew this egg, and it looks like I'm pushing and at the same time pulling that egg. So, did anyone get that?
Is this Mr. Mewtwo's class?
Oh, that's right. We have a new student joining our class today. Her name is Meloetta.
Where do I sit?
By me.
Curlia! It's not your job to attend to the new student. Alright? Meloetta, you go sit by Glaceon.
Hey, Meloetta. It's me, Curlia, from Ep6 Street, apartment number 5. Never mind. Look, I was wondering if we want to, hang out with us tonight? I don't go out with Pokemon like you. Wait, what? Who would you rather hang out with? Her? Wait, her? Diancie? Why her? She looks like a mythical, like me. Unlike you, you look like an amateur. Well, that's really rude. Just face it, Curlia. I'm Mrs. Steal New Friends. Diancie, if I wasn't sitting in this chair, I would come over there and scratch your eyes out. Bite me.
Aww. Curlia, why are you late?
I had to stay after school because the teacher wanted to talk to me about something you told me.
Look, I know. It was for your own good.
Look, I don't like my class, especially Dion, see? We've been over this before. You don't pay attention to Dion, see? If you don't pay attention to Dion, see, she will stop picking on you. She's been picking on me for the past 12 years. 12? I don't even believe you're 12 years, I didn't even have the words. You weren't even alive at that time. Okay, it's been about 12 months. But still! Curlia, I don't want to tolerate with you talking your voice about some student. Just go to bed. Alright, fine. Something is seriously up with that girl.
Alright, class. Today, we're going to be learning about two-step equations. So, right here I have 5x minus 2 equals 13. Does anyone know what they do first?
Oh, Mr. Mewtwo, I know. Please, pick me!
Slow down there, Curlia. Why don't we give Meloetta a chance? Meloetta, do you know what we do first in this equation?
First, you add 2 from both sides of the equal sign, which also means you have to add 2 to the 13.
Very good, Meloetta. So, what we would all do to this 2 and this 2 is we would cross it out, like that. So it just leaves us with this 5x and this equation, 13 plus 2. So, do you know what that equals?
Mr. Mewtwo, pick me, Mr. Mewtwo, pick me! Mr. Mewtwo, it equals 15. 13 plus 2 equals 15.
Aw, Leafeon, I knew that! Curlia, stop complaining. And yes, you are right, Leafeon. 5x equals 15, because 13 plus 2 equals 15. So, does anyone know what they do next?
Mr. Mewtwo, please! Over here! The emotion Pokemon Curlia! Here! Next, you divide the 5 from both sides of the equal sign. Ugh! Pikachu! That was my answer!
Curlia, if you keep yelling like that, I'm gonna call your mom. And yes, Pikachu, you do divide 5 from both sides of the equal sign. Now you know that these 5s are gone. It'll just leave us with this x. So what does 15 divided by 5 equal?
For the love of Arceus, please, Mewtwo, pick me! 15 divided by 5 is 3. Oh, that's it, Dion-C. I'm gonna claw your eyes out!
Curlia, what'd I tell you about yelling? You don't yell at my class! Dion-C got it right. It doesn't mean you have to intervene. Yes, Dion-C, x does equal 3. So these were crossed out. And that left us with x equals 15 divided by 5, which gave us 3. So, yeah, there is our answer. And that's the end of this class session today. Everyone will have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. And Curlia, I will make sure your mom knows about your behavior. Okay?
Mr. Mewtwo, she's not my mom!
I'm not gonna argue with you, Curlia. You're lucky enough I was going easy on you. You better get out of my class with the rest before I actually do get you detention.
What did I get myself into? Well, don't feel bad, Curlia. The new girl is charming, yes, but she can't do things that you can do. Like, for instance, you put together a date for Intellion and your guardian. No other Pokemon could do that.
She's right, you know. We all pitched in to help her with that date, besides the fact that Vaporeon and Lugia had to intervene. But we did pull through in the end, and we got Intellion and your guardian, well, together. So, that's more important than you think.
You're right, but I just want the new girl to be my friend. How? I don't think she'll even... She doesn't have any interest in me. Well, why not?
Because she's a freak. That's why. Stay out of this, Diancie!
I don't know what to do. How about this? We come to your place, and we can figure out a strategy to make acquaintances with Meloetta. You're on the right track, Eevee. I'm glad I made you my best friend. Snivy, do you want to come?
I don't seem to have a choice, so why not?
Great. We'll all meet after school today.
Okay.
Alright, girls, so how do we deal with this situation without getting into trouble? Well, if you want Meloetta to like you, you gotta see how smart you can be.
Yeah, and how intelligent you can be.
Yeah, think of it like the date. You gave us special roles in class to perform during the date.
Yeah, and to think putting candles at each table to make this place more romantic was an frantic idea.
And the fact that putting lights all over the restaurant really changes the look. So, we need to find a way to get you into being friends with Meloetta.
If you could put your guardian and Intellion together,
then I bet we can get Meloetta to be friends with you. So how do you suppose we do it? Alright, so here's what we gotta do. I wonder what Curly is up to.
Is that my phone?
School. Hello?
Hello, Carnivore. This is Mr. Mewtwo, Curly's teacher at her local school. I'm calling to let you know that we caught Curlia fighting another student. So, if I were you, I would encourage her to behave. If she can behave, we'll have a best year. Alright? Great. Have a nice day. Alright, class. Today's lesson is about the 3 branches of government. You see, our country has been broken up into 3 branches of our government. So, can anyone name me the 3 branches of government?
What do I do first? Okay, so first off, you need to name the 3 branches of government. You know, show Meloetta you're smart. Okay, I know. Mr. Mewtwo, I know this one. The 3 branches of government is the executive, the legislative, and the judicial branches.
Excellent work, Curlia. I bet that talk with your guardian is, well, paying off. Because the 3 branches of government are the executive, the legislative, and the judicial branch. So, who do you think is in charge of the legislative branch?
Now what? Just lay back. Let Meloetta get this one. Okay. The legislative branch is charged by the Congress, which is made up by two houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate.
Well done, Meloetta. So, you guys should get this. The legislative branch is made up from the Congress, which is broken up into two houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate. Now, who can tell me the person in charge of the executive branch?
Allow me to get this one, Curlia. The person in charge of the executive branch is the president, which also can include the vice president and the president's cabinet.
Ah, it took you a while to get your brain to wake up, isn't it, Evie? Because you are right. The person in charge of the executive branch is the president, which is also made up from the vice president and the president's cabinet. I don't get why they're called the cabinet. Anyway, who can tell me the people in charge of the judicial branch?
I got this one, girls. The people in charge of the judicial branch is the Supreme Court.
Excellent work, Snivy, because you are right. The judicial branch is ruled by the Supreme Court. Now, before the day is out, who can tell me the job that the Congress, which is also the House and Representatives and the Senators, is what they do for our government?
The government makes laws, like I can make candy. I can really go for candy.
You fairy types some candy. But that is right. The Congress, or well, the legislative branch, makes the laws. Now, what does the president of the executive branch do?
The president enforces the laws. They can either ratify laws or they can veto it.
Nice work, Glaceon. So, what Glaceon said, the president, the vice president, and the cabinet enforces the laws that the Congress makes. And they can show if either it's ratified or vetoed. Very good. Now, what is the job of the Supreme Court?
Curlia, you know this one. Why don't you answer Mr. Mewtwo? Alright, Mr. Mewtwo, the judicial branch, as well as the Supreme Court, can decide if the law is unconstitutional from the president.
Fantastic, Curlia. You must have been studying after your guardian gave you the talk. Because the Supreme Court decides whether a law is constitutional or unconstitutional that the president gives out to the court. Alright? A+ is all around. And just in the nick of time. You all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you on Monday for your final.
Hey, Curlia? Yeah, Meloetta? I'm just asking, do you want to hang out this weekend? Really? Hang out? Yeah, you seem to be worthy of being as smart as a mythical Pokemon. Yeah! Great. Well, how about this weekend? Sounds good. Alright, well, I better go. Landers will be wondering where I am, so see you tomorrow. Yeah. See ya, Meloetta. Thanks, Eevee. Thanks, Snivy. How can I ever repay you? You don't have to repay us. It's the least we can do.
Yep, We always like to help a fellow friend. 3 heads are better than 1.
Right. Well, there is a lesson to learn in life. Should have known Arceus would have tell me that. Listen, I'd better go. He probably is wondering where I am. Always something with that Pokemon.
Yep,